Today we're covering racetracks across America. Who's opening, who's closing, and who is in trouble. Welcome back to Apex Across America, the channel dedicated to my journey to drive and experience every road racing circuit in America, almost 100 in all. My name is Michael, and thank you for joining me. Be sure to check out our new track list at Apex Across America, which is the most comprehensive list available on the internet. A link is in the description below. Right now, somewhere in America, a brand new racetrack is being paved, and somewhere else, one that people loved is being torn down to create a data center. That's the reality of motorsports in 2025 and 2026. There's 6 new tracks, 2 gone forever, and 5 more going through changes that could make or break them. Today we're covering all of it. Let's get going. All right, let's start with the good stuff. There is more good news than I expected when I started researching this episode. 6 new road courses are either open or actively being built right now across the country. So let's start with the one I'm most excited about. Number 1, and this might be the biggest deal on the entire list, Flat Rock Motor Club in Rockwood, Tennessee. 900 acres on the Cumberland Plateau, designed by Hermann Tilke. Yeah, the guy who designs Formula One circuits. The club track opened to members in October 2024. It's 3.5 miles, 23 turns, and here's the kicker, a 30-degree bank turn. They're also building a separate Grand Prix circuit at 2.67 miles, and when you connect them, nearly 6 miles of road course. They're targeting FIA Grade 2 certification with ambitions to host IndyCar and MotoGP. And the clubhouse opening this spring, with an infinity pool, fine dining, and a full spa. This isn't just a racetrack, it's a destination. Keep your eye on this one. Hedge Hollow Raceway in Adrian, Missouri, about an hour southeast of Kansas City. This one opened quietly in March 2024, and not a lot of people are talking about it yet. It's 3.4 miles with 5 distinct configurations. Built originally for private supercar and hypercar testing. The whole design philosophy is European inspired. They want you to feel like you're at Spa or the Nürburgring, except you're in the Midwest. NASA Mid-America is already running events here. If you're anywhere near Kansas City and looking for something new, this is it. Circuit Florida opened in 2024 right off of I-4 between Orlando and Tampa. It's a private members club. The track is 1.7 miles, 14 turns, and I know this sounds crazy for Florida, but over 40 feet of elevation change. They actually built hills. They've got an approval to expand, add an off-road course, and a skid pad. The main clubhouse with a rooftop bar opens in late 2026. And with Disney World basically down the road, they're clearly going after the high-end lifestyle crowd. Track day in the morning, Magic Kingdom and the kids with the afternoon. Not a bad pitch. Apex Motor Club. I love the name. Outside Phoenix. This has been around since 2019, but between August 2024 and February 2025, they added an entire second circuit. You can now run both independently or link them into a single 4.7 mile configuration. New ownership through RJT Capital is investing about $30 million into a premium clubhouse, 48 private car garage condos, the whole 9. They even hosted their first major outside event, the historic Grand Prix of Arizona in 2025. This is what it looks like when a track gets serious investment. Now for one that's still being built, Circuit of the Northwest in Bremerton, Washington. Another Tilke design. It's 2.34 miles on 232 acres, built to both FIA and FIM standards. They've got Mortison Construction and ASM Global on board, and construction is targeted for the spring of 2026, but realistically, this is going to happen later this year or in 2027. And here's the headline. They want to bring MotoGP to the Pacific Northwest. If that happens, this would be massive for the region. This is the last of the new tracks on the list. North Florida, Motorsports Park. It's still early days, but Bobby Rahal is behind a proposed 600-acre motorsports park in Nassau County, Florida. Bobby Rahal, the 1986 Indy 500 winner. This will include a road course, kart track, trackside residences, and membership club. They're still in the rezoning phase, so don't hold your breath just yet on this. But when a name like Rahal is attached, you pay attention. So that's 6 new facilities, from a Tilke-designed mega complex in Tennessee to Bobby Rahal's vision in Florida. Pretty incredible. If you are a member of any of these private tracks and are interested in having me for the day, please send me an email or DM me. But now we have to talk about, unfortunately, the ones that we lost. First, Pit Race. Man, this one stings. On October 1st, 2025, Jim and Kathy Stout announced that the property had been sold and Pit Race would be closed permanently. The last public event was November 8th and 9th in 2025, and that's it. It's done. The Stouts bought this place in 2011 and poured over $15 million into it. Now, you can't blame them for selling because they sold it for about $120 million. They also are part owners in VIR, so they really know how to build great racetracks. Pit Race had 2.8 miles, 19 turns. It hosted SCCA regionals, Champ Car Enduros, track days, and you name it. It's over 400 acres, and it's now likely becoming a data center. I rated Pit Race 31 out of 40, which was a great rating. It was genuinely a good track. If you got laps there, count yourself lucky. Don't forget to check out the video on Pit Race that I did. And then there's Fontana, a 2-mile oval at Auto Club Speedway. They started to demolish it in 2023, and most of the property is warehouses now. The plan was to build a half-mile short track, banked like Bristol, compact like Martinsville. It sounded awesome, but as of April 2025, NASCAR Commissioner Steve Phelps said that the project is on hold. Construction costs are just too high. 433 out of the original 522 acres have already been sold off. And don't forget, a 2.8-mile infield road course with 19 turns is also gone. Whether NASCAR ever comes back to Fontana is a legit open question at this point. All right, losing tracks is never an easy topic to talk about, but there's a third category here. Tracks that aren't going away, but are going through some serious changes. Some of this is really encouraging, and some of it, well, we'll see. First, Burt Brothers Motor Park. If you've been following the story of the track in Tule, Utah, outside of Salt Lake, you'll know it's had more name changes than just about any racetrack. It was Miller Motorsports Park, then Utah Motorsports Campus, and now Burt Brothers Motor Park. Here's what happened in 2024. Utah passed a law banning companies controlled by China, Iran, North Korea, or Russia from owning land in the state. The Chinese company My Time, which owned the track, was forced to sell. In January 2026, a Utah-based group called PV3 Enterprises completed the purchase. The naming rights went to Burt Brothers in March of 2025. This is a world-class facility. 4.5 miles, 23 turns, 24 different configurations. The new owners have pledged to restore it and bring back regular public use. I really hope that they follow through, because this track deserves it. Check out the video I did on Burt Brothers Motor Park, then Utah Motorsports Campus, in the Porsche GT3 RS racing spec car that I had the pleasure of driving that day. Next, my local track, NJMP, is investing $3 million into a new configuration of the Thunderbolt circuit. This is called Devil's Pass. 358 feet of brand new racing surface, a sweeping right-hander, and a new straightaway. When you factor in the existing Turn 3 chicane option, Thunderbolt will now have 4 unique layouts. This is part of a 10-year master plan, and both Thunderbolt and Lightning are getting attention. As someone who's driven both circuits, I'm genuinely excited about this one. Laguna Seca had a management change in 2024. The friends of Laguna Seca took over from A&D Norigi Consulting and hit the ground running. There's a new Turn 3 hospitality structure, pit suite remodels, restroom upgrades, and a long-term master plan is in development. The track is still county-owned, so this isn't about ownership, it's about direction. Look, the Corkscrew is one of the most famous corners in the world. Any investment into this place is a win, and I can't wait to drive there. Pacific Raceways in Kent, Washington, a track that's been around since 1960, just announced a $25 million development program, road course repaving, an innovation center, and a broader motorsport park expansion. $25 million into a 65-year-old track, now that's a statement. So where does that leave us? 6 new tracks, 2 closed, 5 going through major changes. The American road course landscape is evolving. Honestly, it's evolving in some interesting ways. The trend I keep seeing, private membership clubs like Flat Rock, Circuit Florida, Apex Motor Club. These aren't public track day facilities. They're exclusive, they're expensive, and they're built for a very specific audience. Whether that's good or bad for grassroots motorsports is a real conversation, and I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. On the flip side, places like NJMP and Pacific Raceways are investing in tracks that serve everyday drivers, and the Burt Brothers situation in Utah could go either way. I've put together a new dynamic track list of every road course in America with all the details on these tracks, new, closed, changing, everything. The link's in the description, please check it out. If you like this video, smash that subscribe button. We've got a lot more tracks to visit and a lot more content on the way. Until next time, I'll see you at the Apex.